Welcome to the broadcast. Hope everyone can hear me loud and clear. How many people do we have on today? Okay, stand by. We're just waiting for everyone to get aboard the broadcast here. And I'm going to look at a couple of different things here. Testing 1, 2, 3. Hope you guys are able to hear me. Testing 1, 2, 3. All right. Perfect. Now, next thing, let's see if I can wiggle my way around the controls here. It's been some time. Okay. Okay, no, send an online private message user. Unmute, mute, volume / users. The video call. Okay. I'm looking to see how I can find the comments that may or may not be coming through. And that I don't know how to do. How do I do that? I've got a chat. And okay, we have some viewers going on. Okay, bear with me. We're gonna get underway in just a short minute. But what I would like to do is figure out here how I'm gonna go to live events and see what happens over here. Just bear with me, guys. Okay, how can I see comments on? There we go. How to comment on Google, YouTube can Hangout on Air. YouTube viewers can no longer comment. This cannot happen anymore. When viewers go to YouTube, the comments are disabled. Do not open up until after the Hangout is over. Okay, cool. Okay, Google tells me that the commenting has been disabled. So that's fine. That's okay. All right, welcome to the Hangout. And what we're going to do is we're going to talk about our favorite subject these days, which is USI-Tech, USI-Tech. And what is USI-Tech? USI-Tech is a pretty amazing opportunity. It's something that's been put together and has been very, very good. And what I'm going to do is just go to my Facebook to monitor just to make sure that everyone knows about this. Okay. Wonderful. Okay, great. So we are starting to roll. Lots of people rolling on the webinar now. So I'm happy to see that. So what is USI-Tech? USI-Tech is something where they've basically, what they've done is they've created a really decent program. And in a little bit, I'm probably going to go over a full presentation. For now, I'm just going to speak a little bit on it. And as the audience gets ramped up, then we will go into a more of a presentation. So USI-Tech is something that, you know, I've been looking for a while for something to do online, something that had to tick a lot of boxes, right? Everyone knows that I'm someone who's very careful about what I do. I'm very careful, I'm very selective, and look, there's no guarantee at the end of the day whether a program is going to work or not, but you want to tick off as many boxes and you want to make sure that a program is as um, viable as it can be. And with USI-Tech, it absolutely checked off quite a few boxes for me. And not only that, you can have a good program, but if people don't buy into it, if it's not something that people are interested in, or if people can't see themselves making money, they're not going to join. And you know, I've been blessed to have over 1,000 people join our team inside about 3 weeks. And you know, the reason they're joining is because it appeals to them. It's something that makes sense. It's not really, when you look at it, it's not a long-term investment like some, a long-time purchase of software. This is a very simple one-time €600 purchase of software. From there, there's no monthly fee, but there's the income potential of the sale of the robots throughout your matrix, and future money paid out on the trading accounts in terms of uh, broker fees, a refund or a payment of some of the broker fees, if you will. So it's absolutely brilliant what they've done in terms of putting this together. Um, now, you know, what I don't want to happen is I don't want everyone going and hyping things up, because this is something we don't have to hype up. Understand that. We don't need to hype up this opportunity. We don't need to make it more than it is. What we have is we have a very stable, and that's what I'm going to say, stable and long-term robot that seems to have performed well over the past 3 years. It was 7 years in development. I'm not going to tell you that you're going to get rich off this robot in a week, but what you will do is consistently make money with it. And once you see the results and you've seen the past performance, no, I'm not going to quote percentage rates and how well the robot is done in terms of percentages, right? Because we all know that the past performance does not necessarily indicate um, present performance or a future performance. However, what we do know is that it's stable. And the trend is, over a medium to a long time cycle, it's always created revenue. So as long as you're in the plus, does it really matter? Uh, you know, these days you can't make money in a bank account. So as long as your money is making something, isn't it better than having it sit around? So these are things that you can put together. And you know, in addition to that, what if you could build a team and earn some revenue from your team? What if you could open a trading account, make money on the trading account, and then in addition, a one-time fee or one-time commission for selling the robot, and then after that, be able to earn based on trades part of the broker fees. So whether the trades win or lose, you know, long term the robot wins, but in order to win, it's got to have wins and losses. So regardless of whether the robot is winning or losing, you're consistently making commissions from that. Plus you have a trading account, plus you got people purchasing the robot, and you've got multiple income streams. I mean, it just absolutely does not get any better than that scenario. And, you know, the great thing about the robot is that unlike other robots where it's trading, okay, it looks like we're trading our own individual accounts. It's not that we're all jumping in and jumping out of the market at the same time. The robots are actually running in cycles. And so my account will look completely different than your account. It all depends when we hit enter and enter the marketplace. You know, and that's a unique entry point. We're not all going to be lined up hitting return at the same time. So we will be spread out and we will look like completely autonomous systems. We will not look like as though we are one big system trading at the same time. And that really, for me, that did it. To understand, to get that concept that I am an individual trader in terms of the system, and I'm not trading like, you know, even traders have looked at this and they've had to get their head around it because it's not traditional. There's no stop losses. They don't need stop losses. They have performed. They had the pound crashed about, I don't know, October something or other. I don't remember the exact date, but I'll find it. The robot crashed. Do you realize when the robot crashed, that phenomenon, that condition has not existed for more than 30 years. More than 30 years since that condition, a crash situation. And robots all over the world failed. Traders failed. I mean, it was something like a 12-second plummet. Just imagine, boom, 12 seconds, boom. And that happened so quick. Traders lost money, people lost money, okay? And it was actually on October the 7th. And yet our robot came through and actually made more than 3% profit on that day. Hello, the robot survived very, very tough conditions. And again, how good is that? That we've got a robot that can sustain that kind of damage in the marketplace, right? So do we have to worry about it? No, I mean, you just follow the track record of it, you watch it. They've got postings day to day, but you know, here's the real thing. This system is getting ramped up. Okay, this system is getting ramped up. And what's going to happen? What's going to happen is that we are going to be purchasing the robot and we're going to be building a matrix. And I promise you, there are going to be people out there watching this video that are going to say, well, I'm going to wait till July. I'm going to wait till November 1 to buy my robot. And I'm not going to worry about my 3 people because, I'm going to dip my toe and test the water a little bit. Well, I promise you, it's only going to take one person getting into this, watching the robot for a week saying, woohoo, I'm making money, and the world's coming in, and you're going to miss out on a ton of commissions. So we're going to go into an actual presentation and how that works as soon as I flip over to my great screen share feature here. And let's see how this works. Apparently, I can screen share my second screen. You guys tell me, how does that look? Okay. I don't know if someone can. Well, it looks good to me. I'm going to assume that you're seeing this. All right. So, welcome to Usi Tech, United Software Intelligence. And this is going to be a way to transform your life. All right. Usi Tech is United Software Intelligence. We got to remember that they are a software company. They're not a financial institution. They're experts in automated software. They've been over 20 years of experience, and they've had over 100 versions of software. The version that's currently on sale has been developed for over 7 years, and it does have an existing 3-year solid track record. You can request to see that track record. You'll be pretty amazed. It's got a click and go system with no expertise or experience required. Opportunity to play with the big players. Now, when I say click and go, I mean click and go. This thing literally runs on its own, all right? €600 one-off fee. This is huge. Why? How many of us shy away from opportunities, or people we know shy away from them because they're afraid of a monthly commitment? Well, here we don't have one, folks. It's a simple one-off purchase of €600. No monthly fee, no contract. That includes all the updates. Now, you guys might not believe this, and that's okay. I know the people that were working in the background, and they're constantly monitoring and they're configuring the robot. They are backed up by traders as well as programmers, in-house software. It's absolutely amazing. We have not seen this software existent in the market. They have their own built-in indicator. What does that mean? It means that they don't use the regular indicators out there in the trading world. They've actually had to create their own based on the way they trade. This takes the emotion out of trading, takes the complexity out of the trading, and you're good to go. All right? Now, the trading strategy has been unseen in any other software. It works with up to 20 pairs of currency. It groups 2 currency pairs together using something called correlation, and it kind of scalps the market and produces regular profits. It's operating in a $6 billion industry, works 24/7 to produce consistency, and uses highly volatile markets to its advantage. We actually love it when the markets are turbulent. We're not waiting for a market to go up or down. And when I first heard that, I thought it was kind of an oxymoron. I mean, what do you mean? You're trading, but you don't care if it goes up or down? I mean, what other way is there? Well, when I got my head around what they were doing, I thought it was pretty cool. But what's even cooler is that we've had actual experienced traders look at this, and though they can't quite wrap their head around it, they've seen the results, they've watched it, and they're kind of coming around, and they're saying, wow, this is powerful. You guys may not make the kind of money we make on a swing trade, but you've brought consistency to this Forex world. That's huge. All right. Now, here's a standard trading platform. Here's an example, a little bit of some of this, what Usi has done. And you'll notice it's always running in the negative. The trades always run in the negative, but yet when the cycles are over, they always come out in profit. I'm pretty impressed about that. Now, there are videos specifically on the trading. I'm not a trader. By the way, I'm not here to sell you on trading itself in terms of returns and all that kind of stuff. No, we're selling a robot that automates all of this, okay? And how do we do that? Very simple. You register with Usi Tech, you obtain your software license, you open your own trading account, you install the software, you deposit money in your trading account, you activate the automatic trading software, and you're done. Literally, it's 6 very simple steps. Now, the broker of choice is called Royal Financial Trading. Now, this excites me, and I'll tell you why. They are fully authorized and regulated by ASIC, which is Australian Investment and Security Committee. These guys, I would venture to say, are tougher than the SEC. They have very stringent rules about investing. The broker is 100% ECN, or straight through processor. That means orders are made directly to the exchange against other traders. There's no in between. You're not competing against your own broker, which is the case in many of the moneymaker brokers. All right, they've been around 10 years. Your money is deposited in a segregated account. That means specific to you with the National Australian Bank, and only you can access your funds at any time you wish. And the broker does not have direct access to your funds at all in any way, shape, or form. And even if the broker were to go down, your account would still be intact. Now that is an ASIC rule, and I love how the fact that these funds are safe and sound, just like they're in a bank account. All right. Now, let's get into the compensation end of this. Why would you want to share this with people? It's a 3x12 matrix with real spillover and payments of 12 compressed levels deep. Now, I don't care if you don't understand that. That's okay. We're going to explain it. Simply put, you have a matrix. All right. Now, some of this has changed. This isn't quite the right color, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. The point is, you've got a position, which this may be your direct partner. Okay. You've got a position which is open. And again, the color is in your back office, and you can go to the bottom. And you've got so you got, some are direct partners, meaning you sponsored them, and so on. So if this is you here at the top, right? Here's you. And then you have 3 directs to you, 3 spots, 3 openings. And those openings may have spillover, or they may have a direct partner. Now, each of those 3 people have 3 people, and so on. So if you do the math, this guy got 3, this guy got 3, this guy got 3, that's 9. And if these 3, now think of these each as their own little matrix. This guy's 1, and he's got 3. This guy's got 1, he's got 3, and 3. So 9 times 3, 27, right? 27 times 3, 81. Now, the important thing to realize here is that if this is you right here, and this is your buddy Henry, you and Henry, on your first level, you have the first 3 people of Henry's second level. Does that make sense? Here's your first level of 3. On Henry's second level, those are the first 3 positions on his second level, and so on and so on. So the point is, we're all helping each other build this matrix. So truly, if you truly got 3, and those 3 truly went out and got 3, and those 3 went out and just got 3, and so on, you would build a pretty perfect matrix. Now, that's not going to happen in real life, but over time, you don't know. It's very powerful, and you're going to see why it's powerful. Okay, so hopefully you get the concept of the matrix 3 by 3 by 3, and it goes down levels. Now we're going to skip over this. All right. Now, once again, the way this works is if you give out your link, the system will place down your people, starting with this position, 1, 2, and 3. So left to right, it'll go down to the next level, and it will go from left to right, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, when this happens, it will just keep going top to bottom, left to right, always. Okay. You can, in the system, if you want to select a certain position and say, well, I want to put Peter up here, this position's open, you can assign Peter to go in whatever position you would like. All right. Now, when you're going left to right, there's something called qualified. All right. Now, in most systems, I'm going to tell you, in order to qualify, what that means is that you are required to have personal people so you can get paid in this matrix. Now, we're going to see in a minute, there's what's called direct commissions and there's matrix commissions. Now, we're going to see what the difference is in a minute, okay? But understand that this is a position up here and there's positions underneath. Okay, now, You go and one of your people anywhere in your matrix purchases a robot. If you sponsored them, if they're the sponsor color, and you directly sponsored them into the business, you will get 120 euro upfront in your account. All right. Now, if or once this 120 is paid to the direct sponsor, at the same time, there's an additional linear payout of 150. Now, the problem right here in most businesses is they would take this 150 and they'd say, well, level one. Now remember, it goes top to bottom. You can't go sideways and split commissions and all that. It's this guy got sponsored by this guy, got sponsored by this guy. It basically follows up your sponsor straight up, okay? However that is, it might be this way, you know, but in any case, it follows straight up the tree, okay? Now, this 150 is paid out, it's a linear payout down that leg, okay? So in other words, let's say this person buys the software, there'll be 150 euro paid out. In most systems, what they'll do is they'll say, well, if you're on level one, it'll be 5%. If you're on level two, it'll be 4%, 3%, until you get all the way down, right? Now, what happens is when they go to pay this out, they go, oh, you're not qualified? Oh, woohoo, we get to keep that part of the money. Oh, you're not qualified? Woo, that's more money we keep in our pocket. So if there's only one or two qualified, guess what happens? And the companies count on that because they know people won't necessarily get qualified because they raise the bar so high. Normally in a setup like this, you would need anywhere from 12 to 15 people to be qualified. Normally it's an auto ship. Normally, you know, it's like $100 a month and whatever. So what ends up happening? Very few people get qualified. Well, in this system, the company said, look, you know what you need to get qualified? 3 direct people. That's it. 3 direct people anywhere. Doesn't matter where they are. And once you get 3 direct people, you are qualified for life. That is insane. You are qualified 12 levels down. So what does that mean? Number one, it means that if this guy down here makes a sale, and let's say this is the top of the matrix, this could go more, this could go higher, but let's say this is the top. So let's say this guy purchases his software, all right? The system bumps up and says, oh, you're not qualified. Oh, you are, okay, that's 1. Oh, you're not, okay. Oh, you are, you're not, you are. 3 people, 150 divided by 3, that's 50 euro each. Now you understand, if this guy, and this guy had been qualified, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This would have paid 150 divided by 6 positions. It would have paid out that amount. So in other words, the company is paying out the full amount of money. They're not holding anything back. Why are they doing that? They're doing that because they want to build a company, because they're serious about people making money. They know they're going to make money on trading. They want to make sure people make money on the software. All right? Does that make sense? Now, by the way, even though these positions aren't done, the system will continue going till it either hits the top of the matrix or it hits 12 levels. So if you've got dead spots, you know, spots where people signed up and the account went dead or inactive, it doesn't matter, because that's where the compression comes in. The system simply skips over that position and goes to the next, and it will keep going until it finds 12 levels. So that is the great thing about this software. It could be that you've got 3 dead positions and it's got to go down 17, 18, 19, 20 levels to get the 12 levels. It doesn't matter. It will go down until it hits 12 levels. So those little inactive accounts don't matter. All right. Now, this right here, we need to change on the slide. It is one-time earnings. It's not monthly. Why? This happens every time a robot is sold. All right. Now, we're going to jump to your second level. 9 people. Do you realize that if you were qualified with your first 3 partners and you're qualified for matrix commissions, do you realize that on this level alone, you bring in 112.5 euros? Now that's on 9, not direct. If you sponsor any of these 9, you'll get a direct 120. Forget the direct right now. We're not talking about the direct. We're talking about the matrix commission. So let's say those original 3 people you brought in, went out and each got 3 people. On their people, you would earn minimum, assuming there were 12 people qualified, minimum 12.5 euro. That means you would make 112.5 euro on that level. On the second level, because now 9 times 3, there's 27 people, 337. Now, just to be clear, it doesn't matter how these people got in this matrix, whether your friend put them there, whether your aunt put them there, whether somebody from above you up on top put them down there, whether your referrals put them there. It doesn't matter. If you've got 3 people and you're qualified, you are getting this commission. You are getting that commission. So if you work this down, on the 12th level, there's 500,000 people on that level. If you were to fill up your entire matrix on this level, that's 6.6 million. This is 2.2 million. If you add this all up, you're right at $10 million. Now, I don't know if you'll fill up your matrix, but what I know is I'm going to fill up I'm going to do at least 1/10 of this. I'm going for at least $1 million. All right. And I don't think that's pie in the sky. I think that is so damn achievable, it's not even funny. But based on a working product. If the product doesn't work, this thing falls apart. Make sure you get that through your head, that you understand that. Everything in life is a risk. I happen to think that this robot's a winner. I've seen it in action. I've followed the demo from day to day to day. I've seen the 3 years of history. This thing is a winner, right? I don't care if it makes me $1 million. I really don't. But if it produces consistency, that's what we need as network marketers. We need consistency. We need to be able to go to somebody and say, hey, you're not going to get rich off the robot, but you're going to do well. You're going to make money. Okay? That's all people want to know, that they can make money. Now, if we can make money and you can introduce people to this, and they introduce people and they introduce people, we are all in this as one team. One team. That is our mantra. That is our battle cry. That is what we are. We are one team of people making this happen. Now, by the way, it gets even better. It gets even better. Remember, you have no monthly fee, but the company is going to share back some of what are called broker fees based on a $2,000 Euro trade account. All right, we're just basing on $2,000. Not only will the broker, or rather, not only will the sponsor get 25% of the fees paid back, okay? Whatever not all the fees, a percentage of the fees, the company's got to make money too, right? But in addition to 25% of whatever fees are being paid out, there's also fees shared in the matrix. Again, that goes down 12 levels. And if we work it out 12 levels, that's 3.13 euros, very conservatively, on a $2,000 account. So if you built up 2,000 people in your matrix on this level alone, that would be about 6,845 a month, plus 2,000, plus 760, plus 253, so on and so on. So, you know, that's right around 3,000 a month, a little over 3,000 a month. Do you understand how powerful that is? That you don't have to have any monthly fee, but you have the potential to share in some of the broker fees that are being paid back to the company. You see, they've found a way to just completely blow this thing wide open. Now, there's one other thing. There's a bonus. And what this bonus is if you get 3 or more direct partners in a weekly billing period, 15 euro from each and every software sold company-wide goes into a pot. So let's say there were 100 licenses sold. Times 15, that would mean 1,500 euro. If 5 partners brought 3 people in or more during a weekly billing period, 5 would get divided by 15, so each would get 300 euro. Now, for the past 3 weeks, I've got more than 100 euro on this bonus alone. Do you realize my first week, I basically made back my 600 euro. I brought in 3 people in the same week. I got 150 each, sorry, 120 each. That got me back 360. Plus I got my matrix commissions because in the same week, because I brought all of them in on the same week, I got matrix commissions for each one of them. Okay, I got matrix for each one of them. And once I got the matrix commission and plus I got the 111 euro bonus, I ended up with 583 euros out of 600 back in my pocket. Now, if you just think about that, if you went and duplicated what I did my first week with 3 people, can you imagine the power of 3 to get 3 to get 3 to get 3 to get 3? And then we've got 1,000 euro in no time for our trading account. We're trading without a penny out of our pocket. We're trading because we've all helped each other build revenue. We've all created a scenario where we've sold an honest to goodness product that works, that we don't have to go hide behind when the sale's done. And it's a one-time purchase. Do you know how many businesses have had one-time purchases of pure garbage? They've created a system. They've created a need, right? I can think of one where they created, basically they took self-improvement books and said, oh, we're going to market around this. Well, you can get self-improvement stuff all over the internet. They took old Amway tapes and put them on sale and said, here we go, we got a product. Really? Do you think so? No, we don't have a product. You do and you don't. Were people buying the product for the value of the product? No. They were buying the matrix one time to make money from other people. See the difference here? We've got a product that works. We've got a product that is a product. That is pretty substantial. So that makes this thing so good. So once again, you get that bonus. Now, if you go out and you do a 3x3 matrix, all right, so you get 3 and then get 3. 3, 6, 9, 10, you get 12 people, right? Direct. Do you realize you're going to get and this goes until November 1st, so you better get going. You get a shot at a draw where you can win a 5,000, a 3,000, or a 1,000 euro broker account. That's actual money in your name in a broker account. And there could be multiple 1,000 euro winners depending on the total sales. So, you know, what the company is doing is they're incenting us to sell the robots so that on launch day, we have people that are going to be trading from day one. That's what they want. They really want the trading account. You know, people to be trading and to be making money, because the more popular the trading becomes, the more successful the company is. Now, if you really want to go for this, And by the way, this is something I'm actively working toward, and I believe I'm going to hit it. 3 by 3 by 3 by 3. Gain partners without spillover with paid software license. A share of 1% of the monthly net earnings from the company. All partners who have achieved this goal are permanent members of the Founders Club. It's an advisory board that will meet once a year, and they're invited to an exclusive strategy meeting. So 1% of the net earnings. I mean, wow, that is pretty freaking awesome. All right. Register now. Take part of an international business opportunity with exceptional profit potential, and don't wait for others to join first. We are ready for a worldwide launch. This thing is going to be so good. I can't even tell you how pumped and how excited I am to be part of this groundbreaking technology. And once again, there have been traders that could not care less about the multi-level marketing side of this, that could not care about building a business. There have been traders that have come and evaluated this and have called the MLM side a bonus, right? That's a bonus. And really, we have to elevate the uniqueness and the uniqueness and um, uh, the staple of the company, because without a product, a company cannot sustain itself. And you'll hear me say this over and over again. It's all about the robot. It's all about the trading. It's all about the software. We're selling a piece of software for 600 euros. Now, how many times have you gone on the internet and spent 500 on pure crap just because you think it's going to launch and it's a frenzy and everyone's taking advantage of it? And in the end, you got in thinking, oh, well, how hard can it be to get 3 people in? And then you go to them and they say, well, hey, listen, 3 people, right? No, I'm not interested. That thing's, there's no product there. Well, no, I got books and I got this. Yeah, I can get all that on the internet. That's not a product. Come back and, no, I'm not interested. But you go to somebody and you say, hey, look at this robot. Look at the money this robot has made. And pretty soon they're going, huh? Wait, the robot's doing that? Where do I sign up? And this business for me, and I'm just going to speak personally, this business has been completely effortless. This business has been totally effortless on my part. Honestly, all I do is I put people in my Facebook group. I let them watch the videos. I let them hunt around. And I can't tell you how many people come back and say, I love this. I wasn't thrilled that it was a robot, but after reviewing everything in the room, I'm in. Where do I sign? Let's go. Let's go build this. It's effortless, folks. I've recruited directly, and there is a combination. That's why I said I'm on my way, and I'm, the 3 by 3 by 3 by 3. It's not, there's another way you can do it with directs. But anyway, I think I'm at 11 directs right now. Are you kidding me? 11 directs. And I haven't even, I've just put my link out there a couple times. People said, hey, Mark, what are you doing? That's it. And you know what? Anyone that gets involved, they're surprised. They're like, man, I can, Christoph did a webinar the other day, right? He did for the Francophone population, and he had over 100 people join his business. It's remarkably easy. So what I'm going to say to you is we're going to do more of these webinars. We're going to get a schedule together. We're going to have these scheduled, and we're going to have more of these because people need to understand the power of what we have our arms around. And this will be recorded, of course. There'll be a link for it. You'll be able to go in and play a link. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and end this broadcast. But in future, I'm gonna set up a panel where it's not just me talking. We're gonna get some people on here, and we're gonna start sharing stories and start sharing and keeping you up to date about what's going on in the company. And by the way, I am on my way to Germany. Just want you all to know that. All right. I'm going for the launching of Germany. All right, folks. With that, I wrap up this broadcast. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for listening, and we'll have the link out to you fairly shortly for sharing this actual webinar with your friends and acquaintances and potential affiliates. Take care and have a great day.